Hey everyone, this is a midterm success tip. I know midterms at my school are coming up. For reference, I am a senior in high school, so this pretty much applies to, I guess, seniors, but pretty much anybody in and far between. This is just one essential tip you gotta know. I find interesting. So I have plotted here a graph of X and Y, and on the X-axis is the amount of work, right, which is represented by WK. And I also have on the y-axis represented the success of a person represented by SC. So amount of work and success, those are very arbitrary terms, but they are arbitrary for a reason, because everyone's idea of success and amount of work that they apply is different. And that I'll use myself as an example. So when I was preparing for my Spanish midterm, let's just say seventh grade year, my first year, that amount of work is very different than preparing for the AP Calculus exam, which I'm going to take next week, right? So everybody's got a vision of their success, whether it be passing a midterm, whether it be 80 on the test, whether it be 100 on the test. You know, everyone's got to decide that for themselves. Amount of work, same thing. So we're going to use two different people. So person one, so that is person one. Let me just try that again. Person one, and then person two, which will be represented by green. That's two. And then person three will be represented by yellow, which is going to be you. You will be person three, actually. Okay, so let's take person one, for example. We all know this person, and again, any of these could apply to you. So they work and work and work. They put in a ton of effort towards midterms, and you know, maybe it doesn't matter what kind of standings they are as a student, but you know, they work, and then the day of the midterm comes and they achieve what they would consider an okay amount of success. Right? It seems like they worked their butt off, and all they got was, you know, maybe 10 points below what they wanted to, and they felt that I've certainly felt this before, that you know, the amount of work I put in is just not turning out right. And then on the other hand, you have two, and maybe, you know, we all know this talented kid who seems to make it all look easy, and what they do is the amount of work that they put in seems like it's less, and they may even admit to you that it's less, but their amount of success in the eyes of others, and even maybe themselves, is very high compared to the average kid. Alright, and then you got person three, you. Now, this is where the essential tip comes in. You want to make sure that you are optimizing and getting as close to that green mark as you can. Now, why I say as close to is because of this. Talent is a major player in some aspects. Hard work is definitely a major player, but sometimes you just can't compete with talent. That's okay. Everybody's talented at something different. So you may not be able to reach that 100 that person two could, right? But you certainly don't want to be person one, and you can fix that in a couple of number of ways. You want to go this way, you do not want to go this way. Alright, so we can do this and maximize our success while at the same time kind of decreasing the amount of work, but increasing the productivity of the work that we're doing in this studying. Okay, so we can do this in a subset of 4 components, if I can spell correctly. Alright, component 1, study smart and collab. So what I mean by study smart, and I know that's the stupidest kind of phrase I could have used, but really study smart means know your stuff, know what you're studying, know how to study it, and if you don't know what I mean by that, go to somebody who definitely does. Doesn't matter if they're a friend or not, you just need to know how to study, whether that's good study habits, good ways for you to learn in general. So you need to know how to study, when to study, and know yourself. If you can only focus for 3 minutes at a time, then it's 3 minutes at a time. You just got to build that. That's an endurance thing. But know yourself and study smart. Don't be afraid to ask others for help as well. You'd rather get a good grade than a bad grade, right? Second of all, schedule. There we go with the spelling again. For me, I am a runner, and I have been a runner, and I have begun to treat midterms and finals like a workout and like a workout plan for the week. Alright, so whatever that may be. For me, that is going to look like probably a week before the midterm, when everybody starts to review or starts getting in that mindset. I focus myself for the first couple of days, whether that be 2 or 3 or whatever. That's up to you. Again, I go hard those days. I study, content, review, anything, right? And then after those hard days, take a day off, right? Take maybe 1 to 2 days to kind of let your brain recuperate. Still study, mind you. You don't want to lose that information, but take it lighter. You don't want to burn out before the day of the test. And then maybe like a couple days, day before the test, polish up on some stuff. Then just like a race, on test day, you don't want to burn yourself out, right? So you just want to warm up, basically warm up before your race. So warm up, whether that looks like just kind of reviewing extra little things, and just get ready to take that test. You don't want to waste any endurance on getting yourself warmed up, though. Okay? So just treat it like a workout. Third ideal is sleep. And sleep is a big factor. Again, know yourself, right? When I say sleep, you need to be comfortable in the amount of hours. So for some people that's going to mean 3 hours, and for some people that's going to mean like 8 hours. It really depends. It's whatever you feel comfortable. You don't want to be lying in bed because you think you need to get a certain amount of hours prescribed to you by Google, essentially. Do what makes you best prepared for what you are going into, right? If you sleep, 5 hours, sleep 5 hours. Create a routine. That goes back to schedule. Create a routine. Sleep is very important, and you just need to be comfortable, which is my last tip. Be comfortable. If you watch anybody who scores high in midterms and seems to have success, most of the time they will seem very comfortable at the exam, right? They, might be slouching back into chairs. There's no panic, no fidgeting. They're ready to take that test. They're dialed in. They're ready to go. You need to be the same way. You need to learn to just kind of trust in yourself. Trust, and I'll put that here, trust in yourself and what you've done to study. And know that it's not guaranteed, but you certainly have a way better chance. So you need to just be comfortable, and bring a snack. If you can, eat a good breakfast, do all that good stuff. So I hope this helps. This is one quick essential tip. It's helped me throughout my years, and I know that it's helped a bunch of people that have asked, friends, family members, teammates. And this really applies to a lot of things, but in particular, hope you guys do well on your midterms, and good luck and study well.